But guys, it's unfortunate that she will be out for the remainder of the year, and I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's check out what she had to say. Roll the footage.
You're like in this heated midst of a discussion throughout the season that like WNBA refs like need to be better. The things have gotten chippy. People kind of bully the Fever. I did watch the play. Twitter says a lot of people saying it was dirty. She was like smiling after, whatever. You can say what you want about this. It didn't look dirty to me. Just
Sophie Cunningham has recently addressed her MCL injury and provided clarity regarding the incident involving Bria Hartley during a recent podcast appearance. The Phoenix Mercury player is currently recovering in Missouri and remains optimistic despite the setback that will end her season prematurely. During her latest podcast recording, Cunningham revealed she received another league penalty for her previous comments about Paige Beckers. This follows her earlier statement where she suggested Beckers receives preferential treatment from officials, which resulted in disciplinary action from the WNBA. The discussion also covered various league topics and Caitlin Clark's rehabilitation process. Regarding the controversial play with Connecticut's Bria Hartley, Cunningham firmly defended her opponent against accusations of intentional harm. Despite widespread social media speculation suggesting the contact was deliberate, particularly due to Hartley's expression afterward, Cunningham dismissed these claims entirely.
you can say what you want about this. It didn't look dirty to me. Just like a bang bang play under the rim.
Yeah.
You
I've
have
been
no hard
waiting.
feelings.
No, I don't, because I know Bria and I'm actually really good friends with Bria, and I have been waiting to get on the pod and so we could talk about this because I did want to tweet it out, but I don't think that there was no ill intent. I think it was a basketball play. I was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. She fell. Like there's no way that she would go in there and intentionally try to hurt me. And so I have nothing but love for Bria, and
The injured player emphasized her friendship with Hartley, stating there was absolutely no malicious intent behind the collision. She described it as an unfortunate basketball incident where she happened to be positioned incorrectly at the wrong moment. Cunningham explained that Hartley fell naturally during the play and would never deliberately attempt to cause injury. The Mercury guard expressed concern about the negative attention Hartley was receiving online and urged fans to stop criticizing her. She stressed that while some players might engage in questionable behavior, Hartley is not among them. Cunningham even mentioned having to correct her mother's social media reaction to protect Hartley from further scrutiny. The podcast host noted that the collision occurred while Hartley was making a pass, reinforcing the accidental nature of the incident.
She would go in there and intentionally try to hurt me. And so I have nothing but love for Bria. And I even like told my mom, because she tweeted something. I was like, no, Mom, like I get it, but like I promise you that like I was like, Bria and I are super cool, and like she would never try to hurt me, because there are some girls that I think might, but she wouldn't do that. And so I have nothing but love. And so I hope people stop giving Bria some heat, because I don't think she meant to do that at all.
Yeah, she was also like she was like passing the ball while it happened. Like it just was very sports. Like it was bang bang.
Yeah. And I think that smile, it wasn't like it was like ooh, like one of those. So
They clarified that any facial expressions were simply reflexive reactions rather than celebrations of causing harm. Cunningham confirmed she will undergo surgical procedures on Friday to address the MCL tear. However, she maintains a positive outlook, acknowledging that the injury could have been significantly worse. She views the situation as manageable given the circumstances. This injury adds to what has been a particularly challenging season for Phoenix in terms of player health. Cunningham reflected on the unusual pattern of injuries affecting the team, noting the unfortunate timing of various incidents throughout the year. The veteran player shared a personal anecdote about a previous leg fracture during her college career, which occurred during a supposedly low-contact practice session.
Smile, it wasn't like it was like ooh, like one of those. So I'm totally fine. It's whatever.
Yeah. You guys have been so fucking banged up this year, though. It's absolutely crazy. Are you going to have surgery, or is it just PT?
No, I'll have surgery Friday.
Okay.
But again, out of all things, it could have been way worse. So like I'm taking this as a dub. Have you ever had surgery?
I broke my leg my junior year in spring ball. Yeah.
Oh.
It was my roommate. It was like
She described how a teammate's sliding attempt to catch a tipped ball resulted in contact with her planted leg, causing the break. Despite the current setback ending her season, Cunningham expressed gratitude for her time with the Mercury organization. She credited her teammates and the franchise with rekindling her passion for basketball and bringing renewed energy to her career. The timing of the injury proved particularly unfortunate, occurring just after Cunningham's birthday celebration. She noted an eerie pattern where team birthdays seemed to coincide with significant injuries, referencing teammate Sydney's ACL tear that happened the day after her own birthday celebration. During the podcast recording, there was an unexpected interruption as Cunningham's sister was in labor. The host attempted to contact family members during the live recording, adding a personal element to the discussion amid the injury coverage.
Oh.
It was my roommate. It was like 7-on-7 shells. Like it was not. It's a practice where you're supposed to like stay off the ground, you know?
Yeah.
And I broke on the ball. It got tipped, so it was like kind of spluttering in front of me. I didn't make a play on it. He slid to catch it underneath me. Right when I planted my left leg, he slid like baseball slid, like with his knees tucked. And they went, holy shit, for this? For the pod? Again?
Cunningham's recovery timeline will keep her sidelined for the remainder of the current season. She indicated that future podcast episodes will document her surgical recovery process, providing updates to fans who have been following her career. The Mercury player's handling of the situation demonstrates maturity and sportsmanship, particularly in her defense of Hartley against online criticism. Her positive attitude despite facing another significant injury reflects her experience and resilience as a professional athlete. The incident highlights ongoing discussions about officiating standards and player safety in the WNBA, though Cunningham's perspective suggests this particular collision was simply an unfortunate accident rather than evidence of broader issues within the league. Amazing performance. Absolutely incredible showing.
Holy shit. For this? For the pod? Again?
They didn't like my comments on Paige Becker's.
Or I won't even like hop around and fake small talk. I think everyone probably wants to know how you're feeling and what's going on. I'll say before you even talk, I know you're a tough girl. That looked painful.
Yeah.
So you can, if you want to run me through the play.
I will. So,
Paige Buchers has secured the rookie honor. Many believe Sonia Citron had moved ahead in the race. The sole method for Citron to return to consideration would require the Mystics reaching postseason play. Had Washington defeated Connecticut, the discussion would shift dramatically. The conversation would be entirely different under those circumstances. However, individual honors, including rookie recognition and MVP selections, depend heavily on memorable performances more than statistics alone.
I will. So, the news is about to drop, so we're okay to talk about this, but I did tear my MCL. And if you're going to hurt your knee, that is like the best possible case. And so, this year, just as a whole, like I think the league as a whole, but really us, we've just gone through so much adversity, and then injury wise has just been like, you can't make this shit up, to be honest. And so, during Connecticut's game on Sunday, I was just in the paint trying to be help side.
Everyone recalls Michael Carter Williams earning rookie recognition primarily due to his opening night performance. His near quadruple double debut essentially locked up the award. Basketball fans remain captivated by defining moments throughout the sport's history. Prior analysis suggested Citron deserved rookie consideration. Season-long evaluation would place Citron in serious contention for the honor. Nevertheless, Beckers responded to criticism regarding her candidacy.
Was just in the paint trying to be help side, and someone ran into my knee and it just snapped, like and knee injuries are weird to me. Like I don't really like thinking about them, but I felt a pop right away. And so I'm really in good spirits because I knew that I hurt myself pretty good. But I will say I'm just like thankful. I know this is not probably the time to say this, but I'm just thankful to like be where I'm at and be with the organization and the girls that I'm with, because they have brought like life and like my love of basketball back. And so I really am in really like good spirits.
She addressed doubts about her ability to lead teams and carry offensive loads. Skeptics questioned whether consistent losing undermined her individual case. The team's defeat cannot be attributed to Bucker's performance. The final possession strategy remains debatable, though her decision-making appears reasonable given the circumstances. Critics will inevitably voice displeasure with this assessment. Some will label this perspective as overly harsh toward the rookie sensation.
Yeah. But you know what? Paige Becker's heard all the talk. She heard all the Paige isn't Rookie of the Year. Paige can't carry. Paige doesn't. Paige is just consistently losing. And by the way, they lost this game. They did not lose this game because of Paige. Like, again, look, I don't hate the last possession. I don't hate like that like I don't really necessarily hate Paige.
This criticism stems from believing Beekers possesses potential to become the league's premier guard. Her talent ceiling suggests she could dominate the position for years to come. Reviewing game footage reveals her final field goal attempt occurred with significant time remaining, seeking her 43rd point of the contest. Many would prefer seeing Beekers attempt to close games independently, similar to aggressive veterans like Misha Hines-Allen who never hesitate to shoot in crucial moments. Current analysis places Beekers among the 7th best guards this season. Kelsey Plum's clutch shooting reinforces the argument against including Beekers on all WNBA teams this year.
Necessarily hate Paige not going for it. But yeah, it doesn't really matter at this stage. It doesn't really matter. Like, everyone's going to be in my ear being like, oh, you're a Paige hater, you're a Paige hater. I was like, yes, I am a Paige hater. And my reason for being a Paige hater is I think Paige Beckers can be the best guard in this league. I think Paige Beckers can absolutely be the best guard in this league. And I'm looking through it. When was the last time Paige?
Future seasons will likely feature multiple All-WNBA selections for the talented rookie. Her career trajectory suggests eventual MVP consideration given her exceptional skill set. However, falling short of playoff qualification represents a missed opportunity for statement victories. Rookie struggles deserve understanding regardless of age or experience level. Even Caitlin Clark's most impressive performances occurred in narrow defeats against quality opponents. Close losses to teams like Washington and Dallas demonstrated individual brilliance despite team shortcomings.
I'm looking through it. When was the last time Paige? Because I watched bits of this game. The last time Paige took a shot was with 2:50 to go for a 43rd point. Would I have rather Paige Beckers took it home? Yeah. Try to take it home on an all-time heater. Like Misha Hines-Allen, you know, there's never a shot that Misha Hines-Allen hasn't liked. But this is just silly. And this is what Paige has the ability to do. Look, you can call me a Paige hater all you want, and I fully admit it. I fully admit it. But I stand by this. I am a Paige hater for good reason.
Season records shouldn't overshadow individual development when comparing rookies across different years. The comparison between Bookers and Citron favors the former despite team struggles. Early game aggression showed improvement throughout the contest. 3-point attempts from extended range finally materialized after season-long complaints about shot selection. Previous games featured conservative approaches with defenders playing drop coverage, limiting scoring opportunities. This performance featured confident pull-up attempts recognizing the additional point value.
I am a Paige hater because I'm not accepting Paige Beckers being the 7th best guard in the WNBA this season. And like Kelsey Plum goes and hits the game winner. So I still don't think there's any argument for Paige over Kelsey Plum on the All-WNBA team. I actually don't. I don't this year. I think Paige Beckers is going to make so many of them in her career. I think Paige Beckers is going to be an MVP candidate. I think she's that good. I genuinely think she is that good. But on a night where
supporting cast changes, including Grace Berger's increased role, provided additional offensive options. Unique skills separate elite players from solid contributors across professional basketball. Rhythm shooting off screens represents Berger's natural ability that few possess. UConn's developmental system taught valuable off-ball movement principles that translate to professional success. The contrast between Bergers and Clark creates compelling rivalry potential, extending decades into the future. These polar opposite playing styles generate fascinating competitive dynamics.
That good. But on a night where she had the ability to basically get the Fever into the playoffs, they came up a little bit short. And that's that's something that, like, I'm not going to blame a rookie for coming up a little bit short, even if Paige Beckers is 37 years old. I'm not going to blame a rookie for coming up a little bit short, because let's be real. One of Caitlin Clark's best ever games was her willing them back into a game against the Mystics that they didn't win.
Aggressive attacking mentality emerged during crucial stretches of the contest. One-on-one matchups against defenders like Rakia Jackson showcase Burger's difficult shot-making ability. Great players consistently convert challenging attempts while making complex plays appear effortless. Flashy performers tend to overcomplicate simple situations, while elite talents simplify difficult scenarios through superior technique and decision-making. Increased scoring responsibility should become routine expectation moving forward. Teams struggling to reach 80 points need individual players willing to shoulder 40-point scoring loads.
That they didn't win. Her and Leah Boston almost willing them to win against the game against the Wings, which they did not win. They lost in a close one. So we can hold the overall record against her season in comparison to, say, the rookie from last year, which I think there's no comparison there. But when we're talking about her versus Sonia Citron, yeah, I think she's got it. But like Paige, absolutely, like pulling up for a 3 early in the game.
Improved basket attacks replaced excessive mid-range settling that characterized earlier performances. Layup attempts and three-point shots provide superior scoring efficiency compared to contested mid-range jumpers. Shot selection philosophy requires proper sequencing to maximize effectiveness. Three-point shooting forces defenders to extend coverage, creating driving lanes toward the basket. Layup threats demand respect that opens mid-range opportunities when defenders recover. Mid-range shooting cannot serve as primary offensive approach without establishing other scoring threats first.
Pulling up for a 3 early in the game. I've complained about this the whole year. I'm like, Paige Beckers can shoot the pull-up 3. I'm like, there's no reason. If some other games, Paige would have come down, and thankfully they blitzed this up high and forced her into 3, but a lot of times players will play her in drop coverage and she'll start shooting from here. This time she actually pulls it for the 3. Finally realize it's an extra fucking point. Keep shooting those 3s, Paige. Keep shooting the 3s. The GOAT Grace Berger starting. It's the Grace Berger effect. And like, they're shots that only Paige Beckers can make.
Defensive strategies will focus on limiting mid-range attempts unless drivers demonstrate consistent finishing ability. Exceptional footwork enables advanced post moves, including up and under sequences, resulting in and one opportunities. No current guard possesses comparable talent combination within the professional women's league. Accidental three-point makes demonstrate unconscious shooting ability during pressure situations. Curl patterns leading to immediate three-point attempts without hesitation represent ideal shot selection for elite shooters. 15-year rivalry potential exists between healthy versions of Clark and Buchers competing at peak performance levels.
Like, they're shots that only Paige Beckers can make. There are things that Paige Beckers does on the floor that only Paige Beckers can do. Like, that's just an easy rhythm shot. That's her good curling off a screen. And I stand by this. Like, if you put Paige Beckers, this is the problem with her going to UConn. This is the problem. As much as she learned all this off-ball movement, she learned all of this stuff, Paige Beckers could have been the one. Imagine if Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark, like, this rivalry is going to be there for the longest time.
Coaching staff must avoid forcing Clark to emulate Bager's controlled playing style. Their contrasting approaches feature kamikaze-style tempo versus deliberate, calculated decision-making. Clark's relentless motor conflicts with Bager's methodical approach that occasionally appears overly cautious despite possessing equal skill levels. Cutting ability generates quality scoring opportunities through intelligent movement and timing. Hesitation-free shooting during one-point deficits demonstrates clutch mentality development. Left-hand dribbling into pull-up mid-range attempts showcase ambidextrous skills.